Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be installing a latch for the FJ Cruiser so that you can open the trunk from the inside. I don't really know why they didn't make it an option stock, but this is going to be a super helpful mod for me since I'm planning on building a sleeping setup on the inside, and you don't want to go crawl up to the front with the suicide doors. You don't want to crawl up to the front, open those doors to get out. It's a pain in the butt and I've tried. So this is going to be super helpful, and it should be a pretty simple install, but I'm going to show you guys how to do it real quick. Okay, so for the first part of the install, you're actually going to have to open your rear window, and to do that, put your key in the back here, hold it to the right, and that window's going to pop open. This is just so that your struts get out of the way so you can take off this plastic trim back here. But once that's open, you're good to start on the install. So first tool you're going to need is a flathead screwdriver, and you're just going to pop off all of these little covers here. And they pop off super simple. And then pop off this top right one, and this top left, and then put those covers aside. And after that, you can see there are two bolts right in here. Got a 10mm socket on the impact here. Stick it in there. Came off, no problem. You can just ratchet it off, you don't need a drill. Again, get this side with that same one. And then keep those bolts safe, you don't want to lose those. Next part, you're gonna have to get these little trim pieces off here. Don't be too aggressive with them. You can kind of push in here. Get your flathead in there and they should just pop off. Yep, right there. That's why you need those struts extended. And then I'll just get the other side. Both of these trim pieces on the left and right. The 10mm bolts in here. All these covers, and then next is you're gonna have to start prying this plastic trim off of the car. So the best advice is to just pick one corner to start at and then slowly work your way around. You need to make sure not to be too aggressive with this because you can break it. So just find yourself a corner that you can get your fingers under. Okay, camera was kind of aimed. We just got that top section finally. It was really hard. I think it's because it's so cold out, but once you get one out, I'm pretty sure the rest comes out simply. Just so I can ink on it a little bit. We got the cover off. Took a little bit of some effort. I think one of the best strategies is to just stick this screwdriver in here and pry away. A little easier than using your hands. But now we are into the back, which is going to lead us to our next part. Okay, next you're gonna wanna take this plastic cover off. You can kind of just peel it off. You just need enough room to access right there, which is the door can see it's moving when I move the handle. So, okay, so when you're looking at your part right here, is what it looks like. And this exact one I ordered off of Amazon. I'll put a picture on the screen. But you've got this square piece and this little, like, dented in section. It's gonna go, that square piece goes on top of that. So that's where it should be, right there. And you're going to get it secured, leave it there. So it should come with some zip ties. Move this out of the way a little more. And you use these zip ties to secure that to that handle. So just keep on securing this down. I'm just using these zip ties to get it nice and snug onto this. It's a little difficult, not much space to work with, but you guys can get it. Alright, we got it nice and secure. As you can see, when you push down on it, that's going to open up the back. So I think we're all set, and after that, we just got to re-put together the back here and make sure it works alright. So first, you're going to want to put this plastic back on. Yeah, reconnected pretty simple. But now you're also going to have to cut a hole so that you can actually access it from the inside. So I've just got a little knife. I'm just going to cut around this a little bit, open it up a bit. It should be good. Okay, so now we've got a hole so that we can actually access it still once we put the plastic back on. But now it's time to get this back on here. So just make sure all your plastic clips are still intact, which it looks like mine are still good. That's why you need to be careful when you're taking this off. So just lift it on top and it'll kind of stay. And kind of move around. Lock. Move around until you can feel the clips go in. And there we go. And also just make sure that you are able to get into here. But since these clips are on, just hit those clips back in. And it's all back in. So pretty simple to get it back. And yeah, if you can still access that from in here, then you're also good. And then you're gonna wanna start putting this back together. So grab your 10mm socket again, and then get these screws back in. Just on the top left and top right. Just make sure they're snug, and then you can pop those covers back on. And then don't forget you had both of these that go over the struts right here. Pop those those back on as well. And then this cover, what you can do is you can leave it there so that you don't have a hole in the back of your trunk. And say you're sleeping, just pop it off and you can get right in there and open it up. There we go, look at that. Opened right up. But that's really it, and it was a pretty simple install, and I think it's gonna be super helpful for in the future. And since the FJ doesn't have it stock, which is weird, that's gonna be super helpful for anyone who's sleeping in their car, because if you have slept in the FJ in the back, you probably understand how difficult it is to get up front, open one of the main doors, and then your suicide door to get out. So, game-changing modification for the FJ, and super simple, and I think it'll be super helpful to everyone who camps inside their FJ. But like always, I thank you guys for watching my video, and I'll see you guys in my next mod, probably. See you later.